Another chaos erupted, and at the center of this chaos is Mizkif. Other OTK members and Asmongold, where a single motion to dismiss turned into a massive talking point across Twitch drama channels. Here's what actually happened. A motion to dismiss isn't a wipe check, it's a legal nuke aimed at a specific claim, arguing that even if everything alleged were true, it still doesn't qualify as defamation under the law. In this case, the court agreed and dismissed the defamation count with prejudice, meaning it cannot be refiled in the same form. Huge for Asmongold and related defendants, but not the end of the lawsuit itself. So, suddenly, this ruling gets framed as a massive win, a moral victory, a storyline twist, and proof that silence was the right move all along. Meanwhile, creators connected to OTK stayed cautious, careful, and extremely lawyer-coded, which of course fuels speculation because in the internet, silence equals guilt and speaking equals platforming. On the other side of the streaming drama, Emiru's hesitation alone became its own controversy, with people accusing her of hiding things while others pointed out the obvious truth. When you don't tell your story, people invent one for you, usually badly, usually loudly. Everyone's saying she's been quiet because of the lawsuit, guys simply saying that they don't condone the actions of Lakari and Tectone, and how she's going to distance herself from them would actually make her look good. And no, she doesn't have to bring up Miz. Then comes Asmongold himself, openly saying he won't discuss Tectone or Lakari because he's actively involved in a defamation lawsuit and doesn't want to hand free ammunition to opposing counsel.
I will say that, a lot of people have been, outspoken, wanting me to talk about the Tectone or the Lakari thing. I'm gonna just kind of lay this out straight up, flat out, just straight, like 100%. I'm in a lawsuit now. I'm being sued for defamation, and any comments that I could make about either of those cases could be used as evidence to further create a case against me in the existing defamation lawsuit that I have now.
That explanation sparked reactions instantly, especially from XQC, who pushed back hard, calling the logic cap.
Well, chat guys, I can't be honest with you. Yeah, be honest with you. Dude, I'm very charitable with Asmon's stake. I always try to not be rude and like assume he's like a bad guy or whatever. But this is totally incorrect.
Arguing that defamation cases require astronomical proof and that talking about unrelated controversy wouldn't suddenly prove intent.
It doesn't make any sense at all. The things you have to prove to do for a lawsuit like this is astronomical.
But here's the part most drama channels skip. Defamation is about character, timing, and perception.
A lot of things are genuinely impossible to prove, so they're so hard because proving intention is incredibly difficult.
And publicly torching people you were associated with during the alleged period can absolutely complicate a legal narrative.
So, to talk about another thing entirely, you think that will somehow play into the intention in another case? That's cap.
Any competent lawyer would advise caution, not because speech is forbidden, but because words don't disappear once spoken. They get clipped, cited, and replayed in court. On the other hand, XQC called out legal mindset and completely roasted the so-called YouTube lawyers.
Chud is a bad thing. Why does this guy call himself Chud Logic?
So legal mindset, when he went over this, showed Ping Chu's name and her address.
Yeah, that's not okay.
Some of whom allegedly misrepresented documents, blurred lines between names and addresses, and turned analysis into accusation.
Why is it that most YouTube lawyers are dog shit? Like, most YouTube lawyers are wrong, and their opinions are worse than people that are like normal bystanders that aren't even lawyers in the first place. I find it to be very confusing. I think it's odd.
Leading to backlash from viewers who realized opinions aren't evidence and confidence isn't credibility.
I think it's odd. I think they suck at their job, and they're fake lawyers.
The law doesn't care how loud you are, how righteous you feel, and how many times you say, "Trust me, bro." It cares about proof, witnesses, and presentation.
And to act like because they have a lawyer in patenting or something like that, that they're now a criminal justice lawyer, prosecutor from New York, Manhattan, and they know everything and all the case laws around criminal shit.
So where does this leave the situation? One defamation claim is permanently gone, the broader lawsuit continues, creators remain cautious, and Twitch drama keeps doing what it does the best, turning legal nuance into entertainment chaos.
Buddy, you don't know shit.
Look at this, bro. Isn't this like sickening, dude?
Yeah, this guy's weird. Not him, but the guy.
The real lesson here isn't about who won a round or who stayed quiet too long. It's about how the internet punishes both silence and speech equally, how legal strategy clashes with audience expectation, and how fast misinformation spreads when viewers confuse confidence for facts. In the end, this isn't just Twitch drama or an OTK controversy, it's a case study in modern creator culture where every word has consequences, every clip becomes evidence, and the loudest take isn't always the smartest one. And trust me, this story isn't over, it's just waiting for the next filing, the next clip, or the next moment the internet decides it suddenly understands the law again. Watch this video next, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Cheers.